Back again with a new video. So I have two packages that I've opened and looked at and sorted and put away in my own top loaders and sleeved. So the first package is, I think, the most important one. I really like the second one because it's from Europe, it's from France, and it's kind of like two parts. But this first package is technically the third deal I've made through a Discord group that I'm in, but it's the first one to come in, and the other two should come in a couple days, and I'm super excited for those two. They're both from South America, but this one is massive. So I'm not going to talk too much about the players in it, and I'm just going to, just talk about the card for a few seconds for each, because I think there's in total close to about 50 items. But yeah, so these checked off a lot of names on my my checklist. So, and also I have my laptop with Discord open with the list of items. So the first one, and this is actually what started it, were Turkish players. Well, no, not Turkish, not this one. Algerian players. And I just said, I was like, sure, I'll take some Algerian players. And then he showed me all the cards he had for sale and stuff. And I saw them on eBay, and I had already seen a few on eBay that I was looking at, and so we struck up a deal for most, not all. I turned, I didn't buy, I think, 20 plus cards. And he surprised me with a few items I didn't know about. That I'm glad he did. Checked off even more names on the checklist. Nothing too crazy. I think there's one card in here that really surprised me that he had, but again, I'm still learning how most of this stuff, like the population of most of this stuff is, and whether or not things are truly rare or just hard to find due for them to come out, for them to appear in the country of origin that they were made in. So this is 1973, a French set. The 74 issue is super popular because it's got a Platini rookie. But so this is the Age du Catifis. I don't know. I'm horrible at pronouncing, especially French words. Just absolutely horrible at it. But this is Mustafa Dalib. So this is his earliest issue. Let me show you the back. But so that sparked that first photo with these first three cards sparked the entire deal. So this is 1987 Panini Egypt with the Egyptian back of Rabah Majir. But his earliest issue is right here, 1982, Rejuca from Mexico. Some of these might not be the earliest issue, but they're the earliest issues I can find for them. This one is Hakan Şükür, I think. No, it is not. It is definitely not Hakan Şükür. It is Metin Oktay. So this is 1961 Nanina. Pretty banged up, but I've never seen it. Same player, 1961 Zigagna Calciatori. So there's two of those. And then 1961 Vav Calciatori. So they're in a penny sleeve inside a top loader, sealed with a plastic sleeve for a one touch, and that is probably where all of these will stay for the rest of my collection. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to grade any of these except maybe for this Alexis Sanchez. This was probably the biggest item to me, at least from my knowledge of all these items. I had been looking for that card, sticker, for a while. And a part of the deal were a bunch of graded cards that I gave up. I just decided that I'll wait to buy them, and he was fine with it. He was fine with me making a deal with him again next year, because there's several Xavis and Raul's rookies that I'm interested in, and he has 3 big grails that would just be fantastic if we can make a deal on those, but I'm doubtful. I don't think he wants to give them up, and I'm not going to try too hard, because he seems like he really likes them, and so hopefully I'll be able to find my 3 copies of those at a later date, but who knows, but yeah, so it's Alexis Sanchez. This is a sticker out of Chile. And his teammate, Godal. So I think those 2 are my favorite, just because I've seen him play, and they were high on my checklist for the their Chilean rookie. Mark Overmars, 1991 Shooting Stars. That's his earliest issue. We have 2 already sleeved up Samuel Eto's. I actually have a 3rd one that I ran out on top loaders for some items, so I'll have to go get more. I got 3 of those. That's 1998. 1998 Monda Chroma. One of the second-year items in the lot. So, Henrik Larsson, 1994 Service Line issue. I have never seen this one, so I was happy to pick it up. I need his 93 sticker. These 3 are pretty cool. They're called 1988 Olger Final. They're out of a Turkish issue, and they're like a wrapper, but the set has a known checklist, and a lot of these, well, not a lot, but several of these cards came with multiples, and I was under the impression I was only buying 1, but he gave me all the copies he was selling, so I have 3 of them. They're all going to stay in my collection, because I was really appreciative of the deal, and I told him that I wasn't going to sell anything, and I meant it. And he was happy that everything was staying in the collection, that somebody was getting a lot of his items, who's going to enjoy it. So, Andreas Moeller, his earliest issue, 1986 Panini Foosball. R.I.P. John Neeskens. This is my first anything of him. He was kind of overshadowed by Johan Cruyff, but again, he was on that beautiful Netherlands team. And I actually had a deal lined up for a much rare issue of his rookie from a really popular set, because the Cruyff is beautiful, and of course, I'm not going after the Cruyff. It's expensive, and it doesn't fit in my collection all that much. Maybe sometime, but the John Neeskens from the set I do want, and the seller was just asking a little too much for it, and I wasn't too excited for the card for the price that he was asking, so I decided to wait. Hopefully he'll back off on the price if I ask next year, but we'll see. So I didn't think I was getting that card. I had turned down, he had a graded Neeskins, and I had turned that down. But he included an ungraded copy, which is solid. I think I still want the graded copy. I think I want two. But of course, the graded copy will be part of the deal next year. Don't know too much about this one. I couldn't find anything on it, but it is showed to be 1994 Sportazos Astralis del Futbol Pog of Raul, so his rookie year. I think it was one of the more pricier pieces. You know, not the entire lot was really cheap for the amount of items that I got. Nothing, nowhere near as expensive. I think as the two packages I have coming in. Super excited about what's coming. Lennart Skoglund. This is 1950 Nanina. I think he has two more issues out of 1950 since the 1950 World Cup, and Sweden went pretty far blank back. But I think out of the three, this one's my favorite. 1991-92 Hristo Stoichkov. This is a Liga football. None graded, but it's a known set, and it's on the back. I need his 1999 rookie. I mean, the 1990 rookie, Astralis, I think is what it's called. David Ginola. Panini Football 1986-87. So some of these players are, you know, major superstars, and then some of them are not. And a lot of them weren't on my checklist, but I just decided, you know, I Wikipedia'd a lot of the players, and I was like, you know what? For these prices, absolutely. $5, $10 a piece. And it was all said and done. Absolutely. I think that this was 1932 Chocolates y Cafes, San Antonio. So Gorosteva, so Guillermo Gorosteva, something like that. So I know the set. I cannot remember if it's 1932 or 1930s, undefined, but might be the earliest or one of the earliest. When you get to Spanish issues around that date, you know, they're sort of like a block with Spanish issues, some French issues, especially in the 30s. It's like you can't really pinpoint the exact year, but you can pinpoint a block, you know, between 33 and 36, and you kind of just go like that, because there aren't that many. I think there are more Spanish issues in the 20s than there are in the 30s. But so this is one of the Spanish issues from the 20s. So this is Pereira. I have this down as a 1920s issue, somewhere between 20 and 23. But again, you know, I think when all said and done, that was $15 maybe. This is 2005. 2005 Panini Football of Mike Cohen. May Cohen. Don't know, but looked him up. Pretty cool player. Again, you know, I don't know too much about most soccer players, except for the things that I've really researched, especially, you know, the 1960s Brazilian cards, 1950s, 40s, the things that I'm searching for currently. But Wilfred von Moyer, 1969 Victoria album. Flora Dumatrish, 1970 Rover magazine. Nothing crazy. I don't know a lot about these sets. Who knows if some of these are actually real? I'm not too worried. Not most, but a little less than half of the players I wasn't striving to find, but these are just everyday items that you'll pick up when you see them. Sort of like this. So 1934 Vichy of Borel II, which is just a name because his brother, I think, also played, and so they called him Borel II, and then the other brother Borel I to differentiate him. I can't, for the life of me, I cannot remember his first name, but I think this is his earliest. That was pretty cool because he was on the 34 Italian team, maybe the 38 Italian team as well. Carmelo. Gotta scroll down. 1961 Carmele Fox of Mario Corso. Pretty beat up, almost torn in half, but of course that's where it's going to stay. Not going to get damaged. Two items that I haven't sleeved up, penny sleeved yet, because I just ran out of penny sleeves. His name is on my list, Giuseppe Bergomi. It's a 1981 Calcio Flash penny sticker. Or just Calcio Flash sticker. And then Benito Lorenzini, 1947 Nannina Technicolor. Some of these items you just take in whatever condition you find, especially the Nannina set, because it's just a super iconic set. And I have several cards. Right now I have two, Valentino Mazzulla and a Giuseppe Bonaparte from the 47 Nannina set. 47 and 48 Nannina set. So this is Arza. Oh, I gotta scroll down. Arza from the 1940 editorial Desconocida set. So this will go on my Spanish issues. I have several, especially since these colorful illustration cards from the early 40s out of Spain. Here's another one, Edmundo, 1941 editorial Bruguera. I think I already had a card from this set of a boxer. I haven't picked up a boxing card in a while. Eduardo, 1959. Ediciones Furca, or Furca. Sometimes the C's, those sounding letters make S sounding letters, so it's difficult to know exactly how to pronounce it when I do not speak a touch of Italian or French or German or Swedish. All these cards come from different countries, especially a lot of them South America. Right now, a lot of Spanish and Italian issues. And then Eduardo Ruiz Romero out of 59-60. So that finishes the deal that I knew of. And then he included several other cards that weren't a part of the deal. I was happy because Ian Wright, Pro Set, 1990. Rookie Constellation. I think he might have an 89 card. But Roy Keane, 1990 Pro Set. I was happy to get those two. They were definitely part of the checklist. Two more Etos, so instead of two instead of the 4. I got 4 of them. He included Fernandinho's rookie, 2007. So I was happy with that. I really enjoyed that one. He gave me some, of course, non-rookies of Tony. Yeah, Booyah. Cafu. And another Cafu. I think these are both from 98. But of course, 2002 Brazilian captain. I have Cafu's rookie out of 91 or 92. I can't remember. It's on a shelf behind me. A shelf. I have 3 display shelves. And then he also included these singles of some modern players I still have to read up on, but Puyol. Another pro set, Gary Lineker, David Alba, Fabio Carvajal, Kunde, Lunin, Gerard Marino, Mikel Marino, Jean-Pierre Papin, and then this guy. I have no clue what set this is from or the player. From what I found out, I don't think this is any notable player, but yeah, so it'll just go in a box with the rest of these. I gotta make sure that none of those are rookies of notable players. What else? He also gave me these. So he gave me a pack of the 2019 France Women's World Cup with the cards still in it. I don't collect women's soccer, but so I just kept the stickers inside the pack and put it in a bag, and I'll put it in a box with some postcards and pictures and stuff just out of the way. I really like this. This is a Panini pack from 1988 Egypt set, 88-89. Pretty expensive pack to what I understand. I think there's like a lot up for like $90 for 5 of those packs. So I'm not sure. I know some foreign players whose cards are expensive. I don't know of any rookies out of the set. Here are clearly non-European players whose I have no clue who they are. So if you know anything about any of the players shown, just comment. But these will be kept with the pack. Maybe sometime I'll look into identifying the players. And so yeah, that's it. Everything from the first package. Second package is not really the second package, but it's Melde out of France. 2 cards. Felix Potens. So Chirigius, 1922 Felix Poten. I want to put together the soccer set from this. I'm aiming for 14 soccer players and 3 tennis players. 4 tennis players. And I think I'll be able to complete the set in a few weeks because a lot of them are ending at auction, and I think I'm going to be able to win most of them, if not all. But we'll see. So that's 1 out of the 14, and that's 2. Vonco. The backs are okay, they're pretty rare, and I got these both for like $10. No, not really any notable players, but it just goes towards completing that set, because I really like the 22 Felix Poten set, and it's considered the first cards of French players individually. There might be team postcards earlier, but to my knowledge, those are the earliest French players on sticker or card. And then this was a big find that I really liked. So this directly came from France, and it took some maneuvering, but he finally agreed to ship it internationally. I was trying for a while to find somebody in France to have these shipped to, and then they would ship them to me. But it is the 1978-79 Americana set. So Jean Tigana. So that's one of his rookies. I now have both of his rookies. And then the big one, Roger Mila. Or Mila. 78-79 Americana, France issue. This one's pretty solid condition. No complaints, no creases. The Tigana is pretty okay too. You know, there's soft corner down here. There's a small wrinkle right there. But, oh, I don't know. I might grade both of these along with the Alexis Sanchez from the other package. But that's it. That's all I got to talk about. I've been mumbling for almost 27 minutes. But yeah, a bunch of nice added pieces. The next video will definitely be on 2 packages I have coming in. One with items coming out of Colombia, and another with items coming out of Uruguay. So, all right. Peace.